My name is Dr. Paul Kinoti. I'm a lecturer at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Department of Horticulture and Food Security, and I research on unconventional farming system alongside other sustainable agricultural farming practices. And key, most critical, important for my current research is snail farming value chain and value addition. Snail farming is a practice of farming snails, otherwise referred to as Heliciculture. It involves confining snail in a restricted area so that you can be able to control their movement with an aim of production of either the slime, the meat, the shells for economic importance. Snail slime is a liquid that is normally secreted by the animal whenever it is stimulated, and it's normally extracted in a cruel-free method so that the animal does not die. And there are two methods. One, you can use an extracting machine. Mostly they are imported from Europe, or we can develop. In fact, we have developed a simple kit where we use the citric acid as a stimulating solution when we dissolve it in distilled water. And once you prepare the animal and spray it with that liquid of that solution of citric acid water, it automatically starts extracting the slime, because the acid irritates the animal. So for it now to respond, it does produce slime to counter the effect of that irritation. Snail slime can be used for different purposes. Key important is for skin care and beauty products, because we know that slime naturally has so many components that are very beneficial to our skin. It also have some medicinal properties. For example, it does wound healing, it cures the burns, it removes the acne, the black spots. It also reduces the age, what we call anti-aging effect. We are investigating the use of snail slime to generate what we call a cough syrup, because traditionally slime has been used to treat respiratory diseases. When people consume them, if they have bronchitis, if they have some problems with basically the breathing system, it has been found to be very effective. So based on this, we embarked on a research funded by an organization called Charasco, and from there we are now investigating how to come up with a commercial snail slime cough syrup to address persistent cough, especially among children under 5 years of age. Snails are hermaphrodites. They mainly reproduce through eggs, which normally hatch after 21 days. Since this is an unconventional farming system and snails rarely are considered domestic, so they have to be confined in a structure. Basically, snails have what we call the herbivorous feeding nature. That is, they feed on mainly plant products and other mineral supplements, especially the calcium, because calcium is used in the development of the shell. But from that, of course, they require water. So what happens is that when a snail lays the egg, it hatches after 21 days minimum. Of course, it can go up to 28 days, and it hatches together with a shell, which now develop. As you continue to feed, it continues to grow together with the shell, up to a period of about 4 months for the Achatina fulica species, which we are talking about here in Kenya. After that, now it's physiologically mature, so it can be harvested either for slime or even consumed as source of food. We have 3 categories. We have the grade A, grade B, and grade C. What determines the qualitative grading of the slime is 3 phases. 1, the microbiological properties. Is it infected in any way? That lowers the grade, and to what extent. 2, the nature of feeding. If you feed them with the nutritious food, it has also the capacity to produce a very nutritious slime which fetches higher grade. And finally, the diseases. When a snail is sick, it produces poor quality slime. So that again affects the quality of the slime, and it's therefore graded according to the qualitative attributes. Snails are wildlife, so we follow what we call a Wildlife Act. Wildlife Act says you should not harm the animal while trying to benefit from it. So we confine them in a restricted area. We ensure that there are no predators, and if any, we try to eradicate. We ensure that they fall within the correct climatic requirements. Snails are cold-blooded animal, so they require cool, humid environment. So we ensure the structures that we construct are trying to capture these parameters. There are different housing structure. You can have what you call intensive system, where they are confined into boxes. You can have what we call semi-intensive system, where they are confined in the boxes, but also they have an area they can be able to forage. And finally, you can have an open system, what we call the free range, where the animals is confined within an area that is normally doesn't have box, just vegetation, and the animals are left home within that restricted area. Anything to do with 20 to 30,000 can make a meaningful starting point, because you need now to construct, you need to prepare the feeds for them. Of course, you need to acquire the breeding stock. The people who have more resources can invest hundreds and hundreds thousands of money, but that's the minimum so that you can make out of it, so that you can be able to break even within a shorter time. After 6 months, because now the production starts after 4th month for the Achatina fulica, after 6 months you get an average income of about 30 to 50. And this continues for the next 24 months, because our interest is to generate the slime which you can be able to supply to us, and a liter goes to 1,200 per liter, 850 and 650 for grade 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So based on that, based on the starting breeding stock, on the capital that you invested, 30 to 50,000 is an assured minimum, which keeps accumulating depending on how your production scaling is expanding. And eventually we buy the products that they generate and thereby support them in terms of market opportunity. In the next couple of years, most people will be interested to engage in this, because it's an economic potential area to create job opportunity, and therefore create another avenue for alternative farming system that can be able to help people who, for example, have a small area, and most importantly, inculcate that particular culture of snail farming into the Kenyan context.